Here is a sneak peek into the first edition of my 2010 Project Life album. I say first edition because I do have 3. Didn't necessarily want that many albums, but I didn't want to eliminate anything. I started my album December 25th because I wanted to include my birthday, Christmas, and my daughter's 2nd birthday. You can see right from the get-go I went ahead and added some extra page protectors so I could include bits and pieces about the party. Then this is my first full normal week. Had a fabulous picture of my daughter, so I wanted to blow it up and put it in. And then this is my oldest daughter coming down the slide for the first time on her own. You can see or you'll notice in the beginning of my albums that I didn't add a lot of extras. Still kind of getting used to the process, still scrapbooking other pages, 12 by 12, 8.5 by 11, and doing it in another album. So you'll see in the beginning, it's kind of just normal, everyday, not a lot of extra. One of the things I have included is my husband's. Every once in a while I give the journaling card to him, say, hey, it's your day. Again, more normal weeks. Just adding the little bits and pieces of my life. May not be exciting to most of you, but I think it's something that my girls and I will enjoy looking back on in years to come. Another thing, you don't always have to have your big camera, your point and shoot. I actually took this picture while I was getting a pedicure with my cell phone. Again, had friends come in to town, wanted to have some extra stuff. My husband actually journaled. This is one of the cards that come out. Slips just back in there. Then my youngest was getting some teeth, had some super cute photos, so love how this layout turned out. Again, photo ideas. My husband, I can't have flowers indoors, so one Valentine's Day he got rose bushes and planted, and it's kind of funny, but it's the gift that I love. It just keeps on giving and blooming, so I have that there. One of our favorite takeout meals. I find we eat takeout a lot now that we have a 2-year-old and 1-year-old at this point. Put that in and added the receipt. One of my first big sewing projects. And again, totally normal, probably boring to anybody else, but I love it because it's a snapshot into my life. Our girls visiting my husband at work. A receipt from Costco, so I know how much baby formula and diapers were. Thought we were going to have to get rid of the cats when we finally got a little kitty door. Made life good again. So when I did this album, I had the dilemma because I was still scrapbooking normally. And then as I got towards the end of the year, I was just doing more in my project life. So I didn't know what to do. Do I add my extra pages or not? So what I found worked for me was to go ahead, add them in there. So I have some digital hybrid pages. This is a Kathy Z page. Template from Designer Digitals, and kind of added my own extra stuff. Scrap lift that I did of not for sure of her name, but I love her work. Again, photos. Finally got my girls down for a nap at the same time. It was wonderful. And just little bits and pieces of our normal everyday life. And then I would just slip this in if I had more extra photos. However, I did notice that when you used these protectors, the We Are Memory Keepers, sometimes it would be kind of time consuming to print the photos and decide which ones you wanted to put in. I think it'll be cool to know how much we paid for our car. Here I have receipts from when some of our average groceries stores receipts, and then buying 2 car seats at one time. Big chunk of change. Texting. I think one day we'll look back and think, oh, how dinosaur texting was. Again, gave the journal cards to my husband, said, "You take it away." A ticket from a concert that my husband went. Again, I want it to be not just my album, my perspective, but I want it to also be from my husband's perspective. And I think my girls will love seeing his handwriting. Preparations for my daughter's birthday. This is her first birthday. I had lots of extra pictures that I wanted to include. Didn't know if I was necessarily going to have the time to scrap them. So these are some We Are Memory page protectors divided. Added lots of extra photos. Again, the smaller one. And then kind of a little photo shoot I did of her for her first birthday in her first birthday outfit. And then this is a page that I had done in a Angie class. She was fabulous. Actually, a long time ago, I just never added pictures to it. So I did kind of a digital collage and then added this to my album. And again, this is a digital template, this part, and then made it into a hybrid page. It's from Kathy Z. I have added gift cards. Just all kinds of neat, fun stuff that just makes up makes up our life, what it is. There's the fabulous Angie that I was talking about. Love her to death. She's an amazing teacher. Again, just more every day. Picture, I love seeing my little girls, all their shoes lined up on the bookshelf. We walk to the mailboxes every day. Again, here's a page that I'd scrap lifted from Kathy Z, me and my husband. A card that he gave me. I love the words and I just wanted to keep it. And I think these are pictures from our very first road trip in our minivan with our 2 little girls. iTouch my husband gave me for our anniversary, and he was so awesome. He even got the Basil app and had it loaded on there before I opened it. So it's pretty amazing. And then this is our trip to Albuquerque to see my daughter's godfather, my husband's best friend, our best friends. And I had a little bit of extra, quite a bit extra that I wanted to say about the trip. And you just can't get that much on the card. So Allie Edwards actually has a template that you can get at Designer Digitals. And they're these long journaling cards. And then you can just fill it in. So again, that's what I did. They're on Designer Digitals. Don't know if I said that. Then I just used my sewing machine and stitched down the page. My mother-in-law got me my sewing machine last year for my birthday. It has been the single greatest tool that I've been able to incorporate into my scrapbooking. I love it. Have wanted one for years. Finally got it, and I love it. It's amazing. You can get a cheap one. You don't have to spend that much money. Walmart, Target. And I cannot tell you how much it has added to my scrapbooking. We Are Memory Keepers page protectors fit perfect in this. They fit in the Becky albums. But then since I had 3 and you couldn't get extra albums last year, I transferred mine into actually We Are Memory Keeper leather album. But they do fit. I've tried it this year. They do fit in those as well. And then since my album is split up into 3 albums, I didn't want to split up any weeks. So since I was able to get the extra page protectors this year, it made it really nice because I just added it to the back and didn't have to split up a week. I love this. Plus, it gave me someplace else to print photos and focus on something that maybe one picture didn't do enough to tell that story. So here I actually did a snapshot of what my studio, my scrapbook studio, I like to say that, sounds more professional than scrapbook room, but what it looked like at that time. It's kind of thinned out a lot more since then because I just don't use as much stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into my first album.